Hello.
Era.
Nice to meet you.
Nanga.
This has really got to be one of the prettiest and nicest roads I have ever driven.
Good morning from Bali, an island that is extremely popular with tourists. But these tourists all tend to go to the exact same places. So there are actually still a bunch of hidden gems on this island. And today we'll explore one of them. So I'm close to a village called Bangli, and I guess you would describe this as central Bali. But it's really not just this particular village that's the hidden gem, it's just this whole area in general. And the too long didn't read for why this area is amazing is there are a ton of great things to see and do. The nature is amazing. You're usually in the middle of a local village and there are barely any other tourists. Another bonus for getting off the beaten path is that you can find some amazing hotels and Airbnbs for very affordable prices. But we'll have a look around this one a little bit later, because now we're going to go check out some waterfalls, as apparently there's like just a bunch of them within a few minutes of this place.
Hello, how are you? All right. Thank you so much. So Sally came along with us to this waterfall, which is called Goa Rajo, I think. And it was really just a 1-minute drive away from where we're staying. So we paid 25,000 per person to get in here, and now we're just, well, walking through the jungle to get down to the waterfalls. Already some pretty great views here. The first rule when visiting a waterfall here in Bali is that if you want to be there relatively alone, go as early as possible. We didn't quite do that. It's like 11 a.m. or something. And I think this waterfall is pretty popular, so I guess we'll see how busy it is. Right, a little temple here next to the waterfall, which I think is very normal here. A lot of the waterfalls here in Bali are kind of, I guess, sacred or holy or spiritual, so there are temples at a lot of these waterfalls. And we even found the first one here. I think we are reaching the waterfall. Can see a bunch of people up there at least. It's a really short and very easy hike actually, but very beautiful through this whole valley here next to the river. There's this waterfall out here, and they made a little man-made little pool where you can go for a dip right here. But there's also a waterfall inside the cave right here, and that one looks actually a bit more amazing, so that's where we're going. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool place, like with 2 waterfalls. I mean, the one in the cave is definitely the nicer one. And to be honest, it's not actually too busy even at this hour. So I expected a lot worse. So big recommendations to come and check out Goa Raja waterfall. But now there should be another waterfall very close by, so let's go check that one out. We're on the way to the next waterfall, and this one is called Ye Bulan waterfall. And it was just a 2-minute drive away from the other one, but I think this one is a lot less known, I guess. Doesn't really have a lot of reviews or anything on Google Maps, so. And I didn't really see any motorbikes parked out here, so we'll see if there's even any other people around. My package. 20,000. Thank you. 20,000 per person to get to this waterfall. I mean, of course, you're paying for the upkeep of these waterfalls and so that they're kept clean. The other day I visited just this very kind of hidden little waterfall that didn't have like an entrance fee and no one really taking care of it. So there was also just trash everywhere. Here's another little cute temple next to the waterfall and a lot of fish. This is a pretty cool little bamboo bridge they've built going inside this little canyon here. Here the bridge just ends.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
My name Wayan Sewan.
Wayan.
Sewan.
Wayan Sewan. My name is Adam.
Adam.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is Sally.
You take care of the waterfall?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Can you hold promotion Yebulan waterfall?
Come to Yebulan waterfall.
Thank you, thank you.
Of course. One is actually pretty cool. And there's just more. Another huge one back here. Really cool. Beautiful. How do you say jackfruit in Bahasa?
Bahasa
This
nangka.
nangka. Jackfruit. How did you like Yebulan waterfall? Yeah, and I mean, we were the only one here, and the guys working here were so happy that we came. And yeah, you heard him. Have to promote Yebulan waterfall, so please come here if you go to Bali. It is a bit of a hidden gem, and it is really cool, kind of nestled in between the cliffs, I guess, in a canyon, I guess you would call it. Definitely worth checking out. And now we're ready for some lunch, so let's find a nice little place to eat. Found this little restaurant, I guess, down the end of an alleyway here, just off the main road. That was actually really good food. We got 2 fried rice, 2 coffees, a whole coconut and some french fries. And we paid, I think it was 200,000 for all of that delicious food. That's a pretty good deal in my book. But now let's head back to where we're staying and have a tour around our gorgeous little villa. And we're back in the villa, and before I start exploring a bit more of the area, I thought I'd just quickly show you how far your money actually goes when you go a little bit off the beaten path here. So let's just have a very quick tour of this place. I mean, the first thing you really notice is this huge bathtub in the middle of the jungle here, which is pretty awesome. Then we have a very nice little outdoor kitchen desk space over here. Sally's just started doing some work. And besides that, the outdoor space is just fantastic. Just loads of tropical plants everywhere. And we have a beautiful view kind of overlooking the valley out here. Really gorgeous. And the little gazebo where we were this morning. And then of course, here we have the villa. And it's actually pretty spacious. It's very messy though, so I do apologize. But yeah, nice kitchen, very comfortable bed. I mean, loads of just chairs and tables everywhere. And out here also a pretty spacious bathroom. But yeah, it's definitely the outdoor space that really sells it for me. It really feels like we're in the middle of the jungle. This place is kind of located in the middle of the village, so it is a very local feel. I think the place is also called The Local, so maybe that's why. But we paid just $35 per night. And I think for this huge villa here, it's a very good deal. But there's more to this area than just the waterfall. So now I'm just gonna change out of my wet clothes, and then I'm gonna take the scooter and drive around to some other villages nearby and just explore a little bit more of the area. Probably even the best thing to do around here is just to drive around. And the roads we're gonna go to, and I mean even already, are just beautiful. You're driving through just lush forest and rice paddies and local villages, loads of temples around and cute puppies. We're gonna head towards a place called Cinnamon Village. It's really one of my favorite places here in Bali and in this area. And there's a particular spot that has some beautiful rice fields. And I think we're gonna see if we can't go down and walk in between them. We really often hear this about how the traffic is really horrible in Bali. And that is very true in some parts, especially in the very touristy areas and in Denpasar, the capital city here in Bali. Traffic can be really, really bad. Once you get out a bit more in the rural areas, traffic isn't really a problem, and you get to see a lot of things you probably otherwise wouldn't have. Look at this road here. Come on. This is exactly what I was looking for when going out on this trip. I wish I had time to stop at all these places, but I only have a couple of hours before the sun goes down, and there's a lot of things I want to see before that. Okay. But just as I said that, let's just turn around here real quick. Saw something just really beautiful here. Just gonna park the bike real quick. Oh, this is beautiful. It's like these temples and lined with these tall decoration things. I can't remember the name of them. I think we're coming up on it now. Rice terraces. Should be right here, I think.
Good evening.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. You want trekking?
Yes, please.
Yes. Just pay the ticket.
25.
25.
No problem, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
How long does it take to
1
walk?
hour,
1 hour.
especially, yes.
Yeah.
You can just follow the sign. We have sign already inside. If you want to explore the rice terrace, just go down following the sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just
See you
this way?
later, yeah? Yeah.
Terima kasih. Well, okay, let's go. Let's start trekking through some rice terraces here. Cost 25k, and they have like apparently set up a lot of roads going through the rice terraces and some signs showing you where to go so you don't get lost. But I mean, how beautiful is this for a little afternoon trek? So actually this hotel you can see right over here in the background. I'll show you a bit more on the drone so you can see what it looks like. But that's actually one of the, probably the best hotels here in Bali. And a little bit by coincidence, we managed to book ourselves a little villa there. So we're going to spend the night in that hotel tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see how one of the best hotels in Bali actually looks like and what that experience is like, because that will be the next video that you'll see. All right, now we're heading down into the rice fields. Hello. Feels a little bit weird, to be honest, just kind of walking around, chilling and really enjoying all of this while these people are just working really, really hard. I mean, I imagine this must be a very, very tough job. But they have like these signs all the way through, so you can't really get lost. It's pretty easy to figure out which way to go. But yeah, absolutely beautiful trek through the rice terraces. I can really recommend it, especially since it's like not a very touristy place. So it's a really cool experience coming out here and seeing this. How about that? But yeah, this is everything I wanted from this little road trip, just riding through roads and places like this and through all the local villages. I just made this last little stop here. I mean, again, with a crazy view of the rice terraces here behind me. And I think this is where we're gonna end today's video. Really check out this whole area if you want to go a bit off the beaten path here in Bali. But also consider subscribing if you want to see the next video, which is gonna be that hotel I showed you, where we're gonna stay tomorrow in probably one of the best hotels here in Bali.